Here is Mehdi Hassan. Mehdi Hassan has a show on the Peacock app, on the Choice Channel.
Where we are,
nightly. And he had Joe Crowley, former congressman from Queens and North Brooklyn, was on the program. And, you know, when AOC ran against Joe Crowley, it was a major upset. It really, I think, as much as anything, it also sort of was a milestone, I think, where we're seeing a younger generation and a different generation of Democrats come in with not only who are ideologically to the left of establishment Democrats, but also have a different perspective on partisanship. But she basically went after Crowley as a corporate Democrat. And a lot of people think that's unfair. And Joe Crowley took time off of his job as a corporate lobbyist to go and see Mehdi Hassan. And here's how Mehdi Hassan put that to him. Brendan, we still there, guys? Well, here we go.
One last thing before I let you go. AOC didn't just reject corporate donations when she ran against you. She attacked you quite a lot for being beholden to big corporations, for being an establishment politician. And you, after losing, went straight away and joined one of DC's biggest lobbying firms, Squire Patton Boggs, which represents fossil fuel companies, private healthcare companies. So haven't you just vindicated AOC's main attack line against you?
Well, I think it's important to note that Squire Patton Boggs is one of the most respected law firms in the world, quite frankly. Over 2,000 lawyers in 46 offices in 20 countries around the world, and do a lot of great work and good things. I'm not a registered lobbyist.
Pause 1 second. I didn't realize it was in 46. What were those numbers again now? Okay, the question is,
46 countries or states? What do you say?
You went to go work for a corporate lobby firm. Doesn't that prove her point that you have such deep ties to corporations? We have many offices for our so I think that answers that question. All right, go back. Let's play it again, because I got to write down these numbers, because that's a very good argument. That they have so many offices. How could they possibly be corporate lobbyists?
Boggs is one of the most respected law firms in the world, quite frankly. Over 2,000 lawyers in 46 offices in 20 countries around the world, and do a lot of great work and good things. I'm not a registered lobbyist at this point. I continue to do consulting work. Everyone is entitled to have a lawyer, and a law firm. Sometimes they have clients that are more, more Disneyland than necessarily tobacco, for instance. So I think that's not only Squire Patton Boggs, but every law firm. So I've enjoyed a lot of the work that I've been able to be engaged in, very much so. And I think Squire Patton Boggs is one of the more reputable law firms in the country.
Oh, I'm sure you have enjoyed your work.
I'm not questioning their reputation. I'm just wondering, do you accept the perception that a lot of people will look and see politicians going straight from Capitol Hill to K Street is what helped Donald Trump talk about the swamp and all of that?
Well, I don't really see what that issue has to do with gainful employment after leaving Congress. The reality is that I have a lot to offer in terms of my knowledge, my experience in life in government, both in the state legislature, the state of New York, as well as in Congress, 20 years in the House of Representatives. And so putting that to use, and I think in very positive use, is something that I'm very, very proud of and very happy to be engaged in.
Yeah, very positive use for his own pocketbook. I love it. It's like his experience, but really it's his relationships with current Democrats that he can...
Yeah, that's why they hire people like him.
Oh, right. But it's very hard to understand something when your financial well-being or wealth depends on not understanding it. I butchered that, but you know what
Upton Sinclair.
Yeah.
I mean, this is that's also one of the reasons why I really like Mehdi. I mean, that is,
Oh yeah.
It would never occur to me to ever want to talk
bookers.
to Crowley at all about anything, with all due respect. Oh yes, and it was also very much like that thing we talked about with Perrine last week about, this the fact is that everyone deserves a lawyer. That concept is like, no, that's not true. And for criminal proceedings, yeah, everybody deserves a lawyer.
Every human being.
Right. Yeah. Every human being deserves a lawyer. Indeed. And you know, I don't know. I guess if there's corporate criminal liability, you're going to be defending a human being. But the idea that every corporation deserves a lobbyist who also happens to be a lawyer that is not a concept. I mean, if you want to talk about what
it's not in the Miranda rights.
Every person deserves a doctor or a healthcare professional who will provide for them. But no, the fact of the matter is this whole thing about everybody deserves a lawyer. No. That's no. You buy a lawyer.
No,
if you're a corporation and they go out there and they negotiate, they're out there trying to
well, Alex was talking about this, right? It's this cognitive dissonance that Democrats, but centrist corporate Democrats who are a part of this lawyer class have to tell themselves in order to continue supporting the Democratic Party, supporting the social ideals that they say they espouse, while also, say, representing ExxonMobil or something like that. Like, ExxonMobil is not by its own inherent divine right entitled to a lawyer, but that is the talk that a lot of people in this area, and Crowley's now just like basically an unregistered lobbyist consultant, same kind of deal. That's what they tell themselves in order to justify working within an inherently corrupt system.